Hello and welcome to Good Evening Britain, a Force for Good's weekly show coming to you live from our studios here in the heart of the great British city of Glasgow, with me, your host, Alistair McConaughey. We're broadcasting on all our digital platforms throughout the United Kingdom and across the world. We're bringing you quality pro-UK comment and analysis every Wednesday from 7 until 8 p.m. on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter and on TikTok. And welcome to everybody who is coming in this evening on these platforms. Please send in your greetings, folks. Please say hello. Please tell us where you are viewing from, and please tell us what's on your mind in this rather chilly evening here in the great British city of Glasgow and across our wonderful United Kingdom. And this is an exciting day for us here in our studios because we are launching our Yule Britannia Christmas Crowdfunder tonight at 7:30. At the bottom of the hour, we are going to be live for 28 days, and this is our 5th annual Yule Britannia Christmas Crowdfunder, and I'll be telling you all about that. We're calling it our Pro-UK Unity in 2023 Crowdfunder, our 5th one. And to celebrate that, we've got a giveaway of prizes that we're going to be giving away tonight. And to enter our competition, all you need to do is I'll tell you about that in a moment. And we'll also be having our normal competition coming up at the bottom of the hour. And then at 7:30, we have got a guest on, the one and only Calin Wynne from Dramatic Scotland, the creators of these amazing woodwork flags and laser printed designs, and he's going to be telling us all about his work in that effort, and that will be on Facebook, YouTube and on Twitter. And you won't be able to see the interview, folks, on TikTok, sorry about that, but you can go to youtube.com/UK A Force for Good to see our interview with Calin from Dramatic Scotland Productions. Thank you for the comments that are coming in, and Derek was first in. Good evening, Alistair and fellow unionists around the world. Hope everyone is doing well today. And Debbie says, good evening, nice to have you back broadcasting again. We're going to be here tonight, next week, the week after, then we'll be having a break over the New Year and Christmas, and then we'll be back on the 4th. So we're not slowing down. Hello to Adam, and hello to Kat. Hello, beautiful people, says Kat. And Harry Brown says, evening unionists all around the world. And of course, to A Force for Good. Hi, Catherine. Adam says, we have a new SNP Westminster leader and deputy leader, don't we just? Paul says, good evening from the Garden of England, Kent. Hello to Derek and to Stuart. Good evening, Stuart. Good to see everybody in the house tonight. Now, let me tell you, to enter our giveaway, which is celebrating our 5th annual Yule Britannia Christmas Crowdfunder. Okay, we're going to be running these giveaways on every show, and we're going to be running them at least once a week. And all you need to do to be in with a chance of winning is to like, and on Facebook is to like this post, comment on it, and share it. And also, if you're not already following us, please follow. And if you're on Twitter, to enter, all you need to do is to like, comment and retweet. And if you're watching on YouTube, simply like and comment. And this will run for 7 days, and next Wednesday night we'll tell you who the winner is. And what are our prizes? It's a little package of prizes. We've got a Union Jack sandwich cooler type thing, which sips out into a wee cooler for sandwiches, and it also folds up into that. We're throwing in a London, England tea towel into the mix. There's the design of it there. And we're going to wrap all that up with this high quality Union Jack plastic shopping bag. 3 little items there for our giveaway. A sandwich bag. Somebody's going to tell me what the proper name for that is. A tea towel and a Union Jack bag. And that will be going to the lucky winner. All you have to do to enter is simply like and follow and retweet and share. And we've got some software that will be able to just to zip through it and just pick a random winner, and we'll contact you and send all that gear to you. Also at the bottom of the hour, we've got a competition anyway for this great little fridge magnet that a great colleague produced for our organisation. Check that out. A force for good fridge magnet. Have you ever seen the like, my friends? And of course, the ubiquitous Union Jack trolley token, which will be getting added, and that'll be coming up at the bottom of the hour. Good evening to Anthony. Glad that you're watching from Edinburgh. Anthony likes the prizes. He's already in with a chance of winning because he's commented, liked, and follows the page. Harvey says, hello from the West Midlands, just got back from the great British city of Aberdeen. Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed it up there. Stephen says, what do you think about the UK government's new devolution package for Cornwall? I'm afraid I don't know anything about that, Stephen. That's news to me, why there would even be such a thing. Please tell us more about it. Catherine says it's a great idea to have the giveaway, and Stephen loves the magnet. Don't we all? Magnetism, eh? Amazing. Good stuff. Well, let me tell you folks about our 5th annual Yule Britannia Christmas Crowdfunder. It's going live at 7:30, just before we speak to our man, Calin Wynne. Aldo says, can I have a trolley token? You can try entering our competition at the bottom of the hour and it'll be straight to you, Aldo. Somebody says, do you get paid by Westminster? No. It would be great, though, to be able to be paid by Westminster in the manner of the Scottish National Party MPs, for example, who get paid at least £84,000 a year to actually try to destroy the place. Isn't that ridiculous, eh? It's maybe just the way that it works, but you'd think they'd at least have some gratitude, because it's not as if they're going to have a job anywhere else in life at that kind of salary. I mean to say, and that's before they even get their expenses. So no, we get absolutely nothing from Westminster, and we don't even get thanks from them. David says 30% of the SNP don't want independence. Well, that's interesting. I know that at least 30% of the SNP don't want to be members of the EU, despite what the Scottish National Party seems to imagine. There's a significant number of them who don't want, understandably, to give away their independence to Brussels. Chat there says, refreshing to see someone who wants the union. Isn't it just on TikTok? We are the premier broadcasters for the union, and we're only getting bigger. And you know, we wanted to end TikTok, folks, on 7,500 followers. We're now hitting just about 9,500, and we think we might even hit 10,000 by the end of the year, which is amazing progress on TikTok. We got, and this is really a really good thing that we've done this year. I mean, thanks to our TikTok curator, who is top notch. But in the last 2 months, we've had over 1,200,000 views on the videos on TikTok. I mean, it just goes flying. Amazing. It's our best video channel of them all by a mile. It's absolutely great news. Absolutely great news, Anthony. Gratitude is unknown among the nationalists, says Christopher, and that's our TikTok channel there, tiktok.com/@UK a force for good. Good stuff. Thanks for a comment there from Robert Reed. Frankie said, thoughts on Gordon Brown's report? Well, do you know what? I have not yet summoned up the courage to read it, because I know I'm going to need a strong stomach to read that one, Frankie. But from what I've read, his big sort of thing seems to be to abolish the House of Lords and replace it with the Senate of the Nations, which would would only replicate the lower house. It would only replicate the House of Commons as far as those sorts of things were concerned. But I would need to read more about what his intentions are. However, one thing we know about Gordon Brown is he never learns from his mistakes. In fact, he doubles down on his mistakes. If the problem in the problem of Scottish independence is a consequence of devolution, then the answer is more devolution as far as Gordon Brown is concerned. So I wouldn't really look to him for any solutions to our problem. But if you wanted to look to him to see how can you dig a bigger hole that will be harder and harder to get out of as the years go on, then Gordon Brown's definitely your man for that. In fact, he wrote the book on digging a hole deeper, published by Penguin in the last year. I jest, of course. Derek says, great to hear TikTok doing so well. Great stuff. William says, take a day off. I'm never going to take a day off. It would be great to take a day off though, William, but saving the country is a full-time job. It really is a full-time job. Somebody's got to do it. Now, yes, going back to the crowdfunder. Today it launches at 7:30 when we'll put up the link to it at 7:30. But basically we are looking at all the things that we've done this year and all the things that we want to do this year, and we've had some really good activities this year. It began with our street stalls, our Jubilee street stalls. We've had 9 of those. We've also counted every single Scottish Nationalist march that they had, and we have recorded those numbers for posterity on our website. And we also had 2 counter demos at 2 of those particular events, and we also had our own events in and of themselves as well. One of the best, of course, was the Stirling event, our Bruce to Elizabeth, our Great British Monarchy Platinum Jubilee celebration rally, which was back in June and really was fantastic. Let's put a pic of that up there. That was back on the 25th of June in 2022. Look at that, talk about colour. We really do colour so well, don't we? We've got these fantastic flags and brilliant designers that we've got. That's a great banner that one of our designers produced. Thanks to them for doing that. And that's one of our Jubilee street stalls there. Now, we had 9 of those, and we were welcomed with great aplomb by the great British public when we were doing them in the centre of Glasgow this summer. And we were lucky this summer because the weather was fantastic. And we'll just before we go on to the next picture, we'll take that one off, and I just want to show you another great thing that's occurred in the office. Finally, issue 7 of Union Heart, our magazine, arrived last weekend, and it's already been sent to all the monthly donors who are on the mailing list for it. So if it hasn't arrived yet, it will be with you this week, let's hope. But it got sent last weekend, but of course there's a wee bit of delay with the mail at the moment. But the concept behind this is that we are committing to print all of our Busting Indy Myths sections that we've been doing and that we will be doing in the future. And at the moment we've done 22 of them. Well, this covers 10 of them, and it covers 10 which are related around the second separation referendum. And we talk about, Britain is a unitary state and a nation. The SNP supporters don't like to hear that. We talk about the democratic, constitutional and popular mandates that the British Parliament has. Again, the SNP don't like to hear that. We talk about the Brexit and British independence and how that does not in any sense justify a second referendum. And we talk about the importance of not just consent but also of law in holding the nation together. The Scottish National Party don't like to hear about the law, obviously, and they just pretend that it doesn't exist. We talk about the fact here that Scotland already has self-determination, and we talk about how the concept of self-determination under international law does not apply to Scotland. Because Scotland is not a colony, and Scotland is not an oppressed nation, and Scotland is not discriminated against, despite the fantasies of the Scottish National Party and its supporters. We talk about our democratic rights and how it's democratic not to be subjected to constant referendums, and we throw in a couple of red herring phrases here that we deal with. Specifically, we are not scared to have another, we're simply sensible because we know we've got nothing to gain, and also the concept that we trust the people, but that does not mean that we want a second separation referendum. And then at the back here, how to help us and how to buy our products. And there's that fantastic picture that you've just seen. Now, this is available free to our monthly donors. And if you haven't got yours within a week, do drop us a message. You should get yours within this week. But if you'd like it and you're a monthly donor, just contact us and we'll get it in the post to you. For those who are not monthly donors, it's available at our shop, and you'll find the link in the threads. And you'll also find a link to our 7-issue back issue set, which you can purchase for a £5 discount. So that's well worth looking at as well if you want the complete set so far. And we'll also put out the 7 back issue set links there also. So good. Any comments here on TikTok that we want to fire out? Fraser points out the problems with democracy in Scotland under the Scottish National Party. That's absolutely so also. Kyle is, I'm afraid, quite confused there. He imagines that Scotland and England will be even more proud of each other if they were separated. I don't really follow that one. That's a new one on me, but interesting anyway. Please do send in your messages there on all of these platforms. Now, we've got a guest coming up at 7:30, Calin Wynne from Dramatic Scotland Creations. Don't forget, folks, we've got our giveaway for our sandwich cooler. For our tea towel. And for our high quality shopping bag. To win, to be in a chance with winning, all you need to do is like, comment, share and follow, whether you're on Facebook or Twitter or on YouTube. We haven't worked out a way yet on how to do it on TikTok, folks. Okay, let's just go back to those pictures that we were looking at. So yes, there's another one of our street stalls. Okay. And that's us at the Stand Up to Sturgeon event when she was in the Fringe, and a group of us went along to say that Sturgeon is not Scotland and she shouldn't be pretending that she is. Okay. Now, we like this photograph because it appeared on the day that the Queen's body left Scotland. And it says, we owe it to the Queen to cherish our union. And of course, what we like about that, it appeared in the Daily Express, is that amazing picture of us Unionists, a force for good, there with our Thin Red Line. And somebody said to me that there was footage of our Thin Red Line on STV News this evening. They used it to illustrate a report. And so, not quite sure what the report was, but it would be some nonsense about the Scottish National Party, but at least they've got the visuals there that they can now use for us as well. Okay. And this was us just a few days ago outside Holyrood. And that was when the Supreme Court made its judgment. We are saying we want to stay in the UK, and we were standing across from the Sturgeon fanboys and fangirls as she and her associates were talking complete mince to the Sturgeon Brigade. And we were keeping the British end up, and that's a great photograph there that appeared across the British media. Okay, so doing a lot, and we're going to be needed next year as well. We really are going to be needed next year, and we want to build, we want to maintain where we are, and we want to build upon it. Especially we want to build upon our video channels as well, because that's the way that we really get seen and heard. And David there on TikTok says, Nicola is mince. Totally agree. Andrew sends some Union Jack flags. Thanks for the support, chaps. And Adam says, why do so many Scottish people have their flag in their username? I don't know. Somebody trying to get us reported. That's not very pleasant. Why does... Yeah, okay, enough on TikTok for the moment until we actually get some good comments coming in. Now, just before the bottom of the hour, on this day in British history, and after on this day, I'll ask a wee question, and you could be in with a chance of winning this lovely fridge magnet that says A Force for Good. Thank you so much to the guy who designed this, by the way, and sent us some copies. We really do like that. And you'll be able to send your answer into contact@aforceforgood.uk. So, on this day in British history, a very brave but also very tragic event in British military history. It was this day on the 7th of December 1942 that 10 Royal Marines disembarked from the submarine HMS Tuna, and they set out in canoes which were nicknamed Cockleshells to attack the German occupied port at Bordeaux, and only 2 of them were to make it home, and they've become immortalised as the Cockleshell heroes. And it was on this day that their tragic adventure began. And it was a very eclectic group of Britons that day. It was under the command of the Dublin Irishman, Major H. Hassler, and the Scots Lieutenant J.W. Mackinnon. And their aim was to sail into the port of Bordeaux and sink as many cargo ships as they possibly could. But unfortunately, 2 of them were to perish in the sea before they were even to reach the port. And the others, one Mackinnon, Wallace, Laver, and Marines Conway, Mills, and Ewart, were captured, and they were to die by firing squad. And it was only Major Hassler and Marine Sparks who were to make it home after an incredible overland escape. And we've got a picture here of the memorial in Stockport there. That's Marine James Conway, who was executed at age only 20. And that's an interesting design there, showing him paddling from HMS Tuna to the shore. So that began on this day. And one of the Marines there, Marine Ewart, was actually from Glasgow. And I've always thought it'd be good to have a statue to Marine Ewart for his sacrifice, because he was executed at the age of only 19. And not many people know about that. And his particular sacrifice. So that was the Cockleshell heroes began their adventure into history and into destiny on this day in 1942. And on a lighter note, on this day, Billy Bremner, the great Scottish footballer, well, it's not actually a lighter note because he passed away, didn't he, as well? This was on 7th of December 1997, 2 days before his 54th birthday. And I remember Billy Bremner. I used to watch him back in the 70s. Great player, used to love him. And I loved the fact that Leeds United as well seemed to be, at that time, almost completely made up of Scots. And they all played for the Scottish football team. It was the most strange thing, and that was one of the things, I guess, when I was young, when I liked football, that made me feel quite British, actually, was the fact that Leeds United, England's best football team at that time, was completely made up of Scots, or so it seemed anyway, several of them playing for the Scottish football team, and Billy Bremner, in fact, had 54 caps for Scotland, and he went on to continue to his professional career right up until 1982, when he finished with Doncaster Rovers. And then he went on and he became Leeds United manager and also Doncaster Rovers manager. And it was in Doncaster where he died of a heart attack just 2 days before his 55th birthday. Okay, that was Billy Bremner. So I'll ask you a wee question about that, and the winner will get this. But I see that our man Calin Wynne of Dramatic Scotland Productions is in the green room, so I'm just going to bring him on in a minute after I've looked at one or two of the comments here that I'm about to read out. Christopher says, this episode from World War II is an education for the nationalists on TikTok, an education in bravery too, and what it means to be British and stand up to the vileness of nationalism. So other things that I'm just looking at here. It's an interesting one. Britannia says it's also the day of Pearl Harbor, the day America decided to help us out. I had not realised that, Britannia. Thank you for telling me. And okay, well, folks, here's the wee competition for this and also for our trolley token. send your answers, please, to contact@aforceforgood.uk. Now, on this day, one of Britain's greatest football players passed away. What was his name? What was his name? What was the name of one of the greatest football players that Britain's ever produced? Passed away this day. I'll give you a clue. He was 5 foot 5 inches tall. Cool. Let's bring in our man, Calin. Folks, please give a big welcome to Calin coming into the stream. Hello there, Calin. Yeah, good. Good. Thanks very much for coming on the show tonight. And we haven't had you on for about 9 months or so. I think we might have had you. Yeah, it's been a while, and it's been too long, as they say. And if you're watching on TikTok, you'll see this on youtube.com/UK A Force for Good. But Calin, I'll just introduce you for the folks who don't know. You are the mastermind behind Dramatic Scotland, which is a woodworking company. Is that how you would define it? There you go. That produces amazing flags like that 32-inch Union Jack. Okay, now that's produced from wood, and you've got some amazing designs. We'll talk about those in a minute. But in our crowdfunder, which will have started 2 minutes ago, we are offering your flags as rewards for significant donations. And so that's the reason why we want you on today. Now, people can buy it directly from you, of course, or they can make a bigger donation to us, and they'll get one of your flags thrown in if they select the reward button for that. And we'll just put up our crowdfunder link just now while we talk about that. But I've got one of your flags here, and I just want to look at this. Oh, look at that, folks. That's a Union. What do you call this?
Union Jack shield, I would say, or a Britannia shield.
Absolutely. And this is heavier. This is like, I mean,
that's quite a thick one. Yeah.
Serious production. This, and beautifully varnished in these colours as well. And the wood seems to hold that amazing colour. It's really good. Look at the folk on TikTok. I mean, folk, if you want this, you can get it from Dramatic Scotland. We'll just put up your address there. There we are, facebook.com Dramatic Scotland. Now, Calin, what's all that behind you?
So all of this stuff behind me, what I started to do is I'm moving into more engraving on hardwood. So all of the flags and stuff, they're all made on like pine and stuff, but I started to move towards doing single piece designs as well. So you've got like maps of countries. I've done a couple of these with the whole UK. So yeah, I've started kind of doing more variations in what I do. So I still do the flags and stuff, but I'm also doing specific engravings on like nice bits of expensive wood.
Let's see that one again about the UK. Hold that up for a little bit longer. That looks amazing.
This one is just Scotland.
Oh, that's Scotland, right? Look at that. That's beautifully done. Beautifully. A nice piece of... Where'd you get the wood from?
So this wood is actually... it's Highland elm. So I guess it locally. And
right.
It usually comes in big slabs, and you can cut it down. So
right.
I'll just show this one here. There's a mountain in Scotland called Cockleshell. It's the big triangle one in Glencoe. You're probably familiar with it.
In Glencoe, yeah.
Yeah, so... This is it on the triangular piece of wood. The whole mountain.
Okay, just bring it a little closer. How do you pronounce that again?
Cockleshell Eative Moor.
Right.
So, it's basically one of Scotland's most famous mountains, and then I've also been doing lots of Celtic crosses.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Good. Well, what I like about your work there, Calin, is it appeals across the board to people who are into the UK designs, and people who are into just simply the more specific Celtic designs, or the Celtic cross designs, and so on. It's really a nice full package there, as it were. Really good stuff. Now we've got some of yours. That Union Jack shield that I've just held up. We've got, I think there's two of those on offer at our crowdfunder, and there is one Scottish shield which is just the saltire, and then there's a couple of wee laser prints actually of a particular football team. Do you have them available? There you go. Look at that.
Rangers Football Club.
Rangers Football Club, 1872 laser print. What's the dimensions of that, Calin?
So this one's coming in about 50 centimeters by 30. So it's quite a nice and small one. It's not too heavy. So, and there's two of these available on the crowdfunder.
Right. Yes. There's a couple of those available on the crowdfunder for, I think it's £70 or something like that. So you can get that, and you can also donate to a force for good at the same time. Fantastic idea. But
I also have specific designs as well. So this one is only in the crowdfunder. It won't be sold privately. And this is the Ulster Union Jack.
Wow! Just hold it there, so we can have a good look at that. That's really, really nice. That's half of it is the Red Hand of Ulster flag, and the other half is the Union Jack merged together in wood, painted like that, varnished. Is really, really good. That's, I think, one of the top selling items or top rewards that we've got on our crowdfunder also. So thank you for that. There should be a few people who'd really quite like that. Now, we'll just put up the crowdfunder ticker at the bottom so that people know where to go for the crowdfunder if they want to get straight in there and claim that, because we've only got one of those Ulster flags going. What else have you got your hand on there?
So I've got another flag, which I was going to reserve it for a gift shop this year, but they haven't actually got back to me in time. So there's another piece, which if you want, Alistair, you can include it in your crowdfunder as well. And it is the big American UK.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Just hold that there. That's half the Stars and Stripes and half a Union Jack. What sort of dimensions is that you're talking about, Calin?
So this one's coming in about 38 inches. This is the largest possible size that I can post across the UK.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, because these, it should be said, can only really be posted in the United Kingdom. So I'm afraid if you're in America and you want that shipped out, well, it would probably cost a pretty penny. That's for. Do you ever ship abroad?
It costs as much as the flag. Sorry. I shipped to Australia before, but it's quite risky because, say, for example, if you ship something that's like £200, the actual item the postage costs just as much as the item. So essentially, the customer has to pay twice as much, and also if anything gets lost or damaged, it's like I have to refund that as well. So I tend to just focus in the UK, but I do post abroad if it's smaller items that I know. If it was something like this, which I know was not going to break, which is a one-piece thing, I've got a bit more trust in something like that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, because these are absolutely. I totally understand your point, and but we've got two of your items in the office. We've got this amazing. I'm just going to hold it up again because it's so great. This shield, and are the ones that you've got on the crowdfunder, are they the same design as this, or are they lighter?
It's the same colours, but the shield crosses, they've got a more pronounced cross. So the actual raised red, the St. George's cross is coming about 4 centimetres. But on the Union Jacks that I've got, you're talking about a cross, which is about 2 centimetres. So it's not as pronounced, but it's still the same design, roughly. I'll just hold it up.
Right.
yeah, so it's a bit. These ones are a bit lighter to hold, but it's still
Yes.
very similar.
Yeah. Good. Brilliant. Well, we've got a few of those, and we really want to shift. We want to shift those Union Jack ones because they're coming in at a really good price this year. We've set the price to a level that people will appreciate, I think. So let's shift as many of those Union Jacks as we possibly can.
Well, I've got about 20 of these in stock, and they all need to go to their new homes.
They all need to go to the new homes throughout the length and breadth of the United Kingdom. That's for absolutely certain. Good.
And once these 21 shift, that will be a total of 200 of these unions across the UK. So it'll be quite a good marker to say.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to. So I'm sitting at about 180 right now, and I've got 20 more to go until we get to the big 200.
Wow, the fact that 180 people have bought that wooden Union Jack, that's brilliant stuff. Well done. Well done.
It's quite something to think about. It's one of those things where it's cool knowing that something that you've made is somewhere. There's probably a couple of people here who watch. There's a podcast on YouTube called the Podcast of the Lotus Eaters. They're quite a large podcast, but they actually have one of these in their studio. And it's every day I see it, and it's just nice knowing that you've got something that you've made. It's hanging on their set, and it gets seen by tens of thousands of people.
Yes. Well, you did a Force for Goods flag that we had on our show for all of last year, and in this year we've moved to a slightly different studio where we don't have an opportunity to hang it in the background. But as soon as that changes, we'll get that flag back up again, and we'll be hanging that also in the background. But it's really fantastic.
To have your one in the background, but it's just one of those things. It's always cool seeing them.
Absolutely. Well, and it's good to have. It's good for us to be able to show that that we've got somebody that can do that kind of work. It's absolutely great. Just a few people just saying hi to you. Debbie says hi.
I know Debbie.
Good.
I've seen a lot of her photos on Facebook. She does a lot of nice scenic stuff around Aberdeen. It's quite impressive, a lot of it.
Debbie's an amazing photographer.
Northern Light stuff, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Debbie's great with the camera. Derek says it's good to see Calin again, and Catherine says hello, as does Michael, and Anthony says welcome, and Stuart says hi. Derek says that these are brilliant. Derek likes the shield. What does this button do? Says make a doorstep with Sturgeon's face on it. Would sell millions. Anna liked the Rangers plaque. Just give that another airing there. There you go. That's 30 centimetres wide by 50 centimetres tall. I'm not sure what that is in English, but I'll convert it into inches in a moment.
Oh, sorry, I should be using inches. So yeah, we're probably about 22 inches by about 12, I should think.
Yes,
something like that. Yeah.
Yes, it is, isn't it? 30 is 12 inches. Yeah, 30 centimetres is 12 inches. I remember that.
I could be way off with that. I'm just so used to, it's one of these things where I'm so used to just measuring. Everything I've done has always been in centimetres, so I don't make any errors. So it's
of course. Well, both systems are really good actually in their own place. They're good in their own place. Michael Bridges says it's a good idea to send one of your creations to Nicola Sturgeon. She needs more British patriotism.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good actually. I know that Nigel Farage, he's got one of these unions. I sent one off to him 2 years ago. So he's got one of these ones in his office for the Reform Party. I think that's his one. Yeah, they've got it in his office in the 48 bit. But yeah,
Wow,
sturgeon can
wow.
do with one as well.
Yeah. Or maybe, yeah, even just from a purely point of view, you could do a laser print of sturgeon's face, I just, and in a nice way. She'd probably buy it and stick it up there in her office.
Or something.
Yeah, because she loves getting paintings of herself and things like that. So if you just sent her one and said, Nicola Sturgeon, I'm your greatest fan, then she would possibly put that up in her office, invite you in.
Like a self-portrait, and then...
Yeah, and you'd be in the STV would love it. They'd do a whole program about it, and then you'd be the centre of attention, and it'd be like, oh, this guy's,
does all Jack on them,
yeah, he's also a unionist, and then she'd be like, oh, I wish I'd looked into that. Catherine thinks this stuff's lovely.
Oh, thanks, Catherine. Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of people who would look at my Facebook page, they would just assume that I just do like Highland stuff, because I'm kind of focusing more on like local shops and stuff. But I think it kind of like surprises them when they actually see it's not just, you can be both. You can like the Highlands without hating the English.
Absolutely. There's all the great stuff about the Scottish Highlands and all of that to push out. That's great, and it's part of what being British is all about. And people who would want to just say, oh no, that's not for the enjoyment of everybody else, it's just our little area where we want to live and don't want any people from the rest of the United Kingdom coming to it. I mean, that would be very unusual and silly. And so what we're all about is being Scottish and British and celebrating that culture and the amazing culture that we've got here in Scotland and throughout the rest of the British Isles. Anna says Northern Ireland as well. Have you got that Northern Ireland one back up? Let's just fire that one out. There you go, Anna. There it is again. Anybody who's interested in that's the only one in Britain at the moment, and it's available at our crowdfunder.co.uk/AFFG 2023. Good. Harry says you're really talented.
Thanks, Harry.
You absolutely are. Harvey says, where do you get these? Well, there's some of them are going to be available and are available right now at our crowdfunder.co.uk/AFFG 2023. Otherwise, you can get them from Calin and his Facebook page, which we'll just put the link up there in a second. Harvey. There it is, facebook.com/Dramatic Scotland. Good. Martin's watching from Londonderry in Northern Ireland. Anna says, whereabouts can I have a look at the pricing for the Northern Ireland one? As I say, these are the two places where you can do it. If you want to buy it and also make a donation to us, you can do it at crowdfunder.co.uk/AFFG 2023. Just scroll down the right hand side, or scroll down the page, you'll see it. There's a special reward button on the right hand side, and you can purchase it via that. Or you can also get it directly from Calin, and we encourage people to go to his site as well, facebook.com/Dramatic Scotland. Harvey says, do you make one with the Four Nations flags on it? That would be a complex creation. Have you ever done anything like that?
The closest I've done to that one is probably my Welsh UK one with just the two, but I should maybe do one that's got 4 quadrants on it. But yeah, no, it's definitely possible. Anything can literally be done. It just takes a bit of planning. So
planning and craftsmanship, I think, is the bottom line there. Planning and craftsmanship. The Welsh Dragon and Union Jack combination flag is also available at our
I've got one of them left,
crowdfunder.co.uk. Yeah, absolutely. Debbie says, thanks for the praise. You're welcome, Debbie. You deserve it. Anthony says, superb. So, a lot of people loving your stuff tonight, Calin. Thank you very much for assisting with our crowdfunder, as you've done now for several years.
Third year, yeah.
The third year.
It's good to be back.
And we always shift several of your items every Christmas. It's a good time for people to buy them. Some people buy them for the clubhouse. Some people buy them for friends for a significant occasion, like a retirement or something like that. And other people just buy them because they love them and they want to put them up in their living room or in their gym or in their workshop or wherever. And it should also be said, if people have an idea, they can come to you and they can ask you directly, can you make something for me? Can you laser print something for me? Do you want to just talk to that for a minute?
Yeah. So something that's been quite popular is personalized items for people. So usually marking a special occasion. So I've had quite a few requests for like wedding portraits and stuff, and also photos of dogs that have since like passed as well. So basically I can literally just print about, well, it's a laser engraved, so the image will not fade. It'll be like permanently engraved onto wood, and it can be just about any image. So if you have any like a special occasion or moment or a date or something, it can all be permanently etched onto wood, just like this map of Scotland, or even like other things like trees and stuff. You can do like this is a natural burr of a tree.
Right.
If
yeah,
you
that's
have
nice.
anything that you want to be like framed on wood, I can definitely. Yeah.
You can do it. Well, that's a good thought. You know, people got pets or significant family moments or something like that they want, as you say, to be put down for posterity on wood. Then you're the man to come to. Facebook.com/Dramatic Scotland. Tell them that A Force for Good sent you. Calin, thank you very much for everything. Anything you want to just say as a final farewell?
Yeah, well, okay, so I do a lot of large items as well, but recently I've been doing a lot of smaller tourist items, and even little silly things, like currently these have been selling quite well, like little things with like a Loch Ness monster on it.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just large things. I do bottle openers, chopping boards, the lot. I literally do every single thing when it comes to doing
to wood
engravings and stuff as well. Yeah, so it's a whole variation. So even if you think the idea is crazy or whatever, I've had so many crazy requests. I'm more than capable of kind of fulfill it for anyone. Absolutely,
you absolutely are. And well, when I saw what you did with the Force for Good flag, which was basically that, you turned it into wood. With the words and everything in it, I was astonished. So anything you want, from coasters to flags, to any kind of design that you think would look good on wood, or even your local football club, Leeds United, Doncaster Rovers, Hull City, whatever. If you want it for the clubhouse, if you want it, for your man shed, whatever, then simply just contact facebook.com/Dramatic Scotland, and I know you'll find a sympathetic voice in Calin. Calin, thanks for everything. We're going to say goodbye to you just now.
Okay.
More power to your
having
elbow, and keep doing this wonderful work for the United Kingdom. And we'll speak shortly. All the best.
Yeah, soon. Thank you.
Bye now. Bye. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic craftsman is Calin Wynne of facebook.com/Dramatic Scotland. And that's our crowdfunder, folks. It's up and running. It went live at 7:30 and it will be running through until the 4th of January. 28 days. crowdfunder.co.uk/AFFG 2023. And we need your help to keep standing for the UK. And we'll be entering our 12th year of work next year. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you to everybody who helps here at A Force for Good, and everybody in the comments, and everybody who's been working really hard to deliver the pro-UK message throughout Scotland this year. And here's to next year. Now, folks, remember our giveaway. We'll speak about the winner in a moment, but we have a giveaway, which is our Union Jack sandwich cooler bag, our tea towel, London, England, with various London designs on it, all wrapped up in a high quality plastic shopping bag, which doubles as a Union Jack. There you go. And to enter that, all you need to do is on Facebook, like, comment, and share, and follow us if you're not already following. And on Twitter, like, comment, and retweet. And on YouTube, like and comment. And we'll run those posts through our fancy software, and we'll have the winner for you on the show next week, and we'll send that to that person absolutely free. Absolutely wonderful. Now we have a winner. We asked the question that on this day, one of Britain's greatest footballers tragically passed away 2 days before his 55th birthday. Who was that man? The answer, of course, was Billy Bremner, great footballer for Leeds United and also for Scotland. And the winner is Harvey Jones. Harvey, well done. This will be winging its way to you, along with our trolley token. Now, Harvey, please use that same email and just remind us, please, of your address. I don't think that we have it. So use that email and we'll get that sent in the post to you first thing tomorrow. Thank you to Harvey and to everybody else who entered. And sorry that you can't all win, but there we go. There we go. So, Derek says, great show, Alistair, thank you. Michael says, congratulations, Harvey, as does Britannia. Say, well done, Harvey, as does Debbie, as does Anthony, as does Catherine, says congratulations, as does Derek, as does Stuart, says well done, Harvey, and Christopher says excellent, Harvey, and Harvey says thank you. You're more than welcome. And thank you to all the comments tonight, and especially to everybody on TikTok who have been also conversing with each other in a very animated way. I've been staying out of some of the arguments on TikTok, leaving you guys to it, but thank you for watching the best unionist show on TikTok. There's nothing like us around. Nothing's ever going to come around like us. So please, if you're on TikTok, give us a follow, and let's get to 10,000 by midnight on the 31st of December. Let's get to 10,000 followers on TikTok. Wouldn't that be amazing? Also on TikTok, we've got a shop coming. We've got a TikTok shop coming, and we're going to be selling the best in pro UK gear and flags and wee books, which is a great stocking filler, folks. You'll get a wee book for the Union, and that's a great wee educational read. It's only a £5 at our shop, at our website shop. as well, of course, as our glorious British Christmas cards, which are free to people who are monthly donors, and you can get 15 cards free if you're a monthly donor. Otherwise, you can get these at our shop, which is aforceforgood.uk/shop-1. And don't forget also our new magazine, which is already winging its way to those who have requested it and who normally receive it. So folks, that brings us to the end of our programme. An hour passed very quickly. We will be back next Wednesday when we will have another guest as well, and we will have another giveaway, and we will have the winner of this week's giveaway. Also watch during midweek when we're going to do a post on our Facebook and Twitter, which will be another giveaway as well, because we've got some great items here. But folks, remember, please share, like, comment, follow, and you'll be in with a chance of winning. So folks, it just remains for me to say thank you for watching. God bless the United Kingdom, and God save the King. See you next week.